I know I'm probably late to the party, but dear 2020, fuck you. The last year was definitely so strange that I feel almost obligated to do some kind of retrospection. Just to set the tone, 2020 was for me not as bad as for many, and I'm actually really grateful for that. But let's start in the beginning. 2019 was a pretty rough ride for me personally. A lot of things changed, some major things unexpected. So, with the beginning of the new year, I've seen myself somewhat in the position to a new beginning. I was still working the same job, spending my free time enjoying my hobbies and, well, dating. Meanwhile, I decided to dive deep into photography. One genre that I was always interested in was macrophotography. So I picked up my first macro lens, which was the Micro Nikkor 105mm f2.8 lens. An absolute unit of glass. I started learning and using this lens almost exclusively. By the end of January, I really liked using this lens and couldn't wait till spring. By the beginning of March, the coronavirus started to spread in Germany. Now we were exclusively working from home and facing the first lockdown. Yet that wasn't really a bad thing at all. By the end of April, I got the topic for my master thesis. Therefore, working from home made up several hours per week, which I would otherwise spending driving to work or back home. Now I could spend this time working on my thesis. In addition, I spent more time out in the woods photographing different insects, and I really got into it. In the beginning, it was rather rough and maybe a steeper learning curve, but totally worth the effort. By the end of bug season, I was almost sad that I couldn't go out anymore to photograph little insects. Over the summer period, I did 2 other projects, both in different genres. For once, I tried boudoir photography with my girlfriend in my bedroom. And it really was a lot of fun. And the pictures were actually quite decent. Of course, you'll see it was nowhere near professional level, but they were somewhat good. And both of us were satisfied with the results. The other project I did with a friend of mine who was working on starting a massage studio. I did an afternoon shooting project and got a ton of pictures for her to use in advertisement. That was also a lot of fun, but that is definitely not in my genre. Once the autumn hit, the second wave of the coronavirus hit Germany, and it was hard. During the summer, a lot of activities were still possible with enough social distancing. However, in autumn and even more so during winter, activities and gatherings would be inside, yet this was obviously not possible. Additionally, starting in November, Germany went into another shutdown. Meanwhile, my girlfriend and I moved together into a new flat. That was in the first week of December. 1 week prior to that, I submitted my thesis and turned 30 years old. And 2 weeks after our move, I started my new full-time job as a business analyst. So basically, 4 major things happened in the last breath of 2020 during the lockdown. For me, this year ended really big. So I'm really looking forward to see what 2021 will bring to the society and to me personally. Even though it's already 2021, I wish you all the best for your new year.